The origins of this very sound have baffled people since the day it was detected. It has been the source of multiple conspiracy theories about our oceans. Some say the sound was made by creatures several magnitudes larger than the blue whale. Others say it was Cthulhu, yet some others say it was nothing more than an iceberg running aground. The first and second group of people connected this sound to one that was detected 2 years prior in 1997. These people state that both sounds sound organic and thus must have been created by same or multiple creatures we have yet to discover. Better yet, a few link this photo to everything. Today, I untangle this entire mess and clear up the mystery surrounding the one and only bloop. Sometime in 1997, the US Equatorial Pacific Ocean Autonomous Hydrophone Array, a system of passively recording hydrophones used to detect incoming Soviet submarines, detected the following sound. On its own, you may not think much of it, yet this sound is still the loudest one we have recorded in our oceans. It was so loud it could be heard up to 5,000 kilometers away. This sound, when sped up, sounded similar to bubbles, and thus earned the nickname, the bloop. However, this is where we encounter the first problem. Chances are you most likely heard about this sound, but only the sped up version. This is most likely the case because the sped-up version sounds more mysterious and more organic than the real-time one. The real-time version sounds more like a rumble or something caused by some geophysical process, while the sped-up version sounds more like a large bubble. Most sounds made by marine mammals look like these presented here. As you can see, there is a certain rhythm present, while the bloop does not contain such a rhythmic pattern of highs and lows. Furthermore, the NOAA themselves stated in 2012 that the bloop has a consistent sound profile with other non-tectonic cryoseisms originating from glacial movements such as ice calving or seabed gouging by ice. This means that when we add up everything we've learned so far, the bloop was caused by nothing more than ice calving due to this spike in sound. The image I shot at the beginning of the video likely spooked some of you, but fear not, as I have an explanation for that very photo as well. Back in October 2019, the charity organization Surfers Against Sewage did a radio campaign titled Undiscovered Creatures, where they played a number of ocean sounds whose origins are as of yet unknown. They ended each segment with
95% of our oceans remain unexplored. Are we killing what we've yet to discover? End plastic pollution. Visit surfersagainstsewage.co.uk.
I'm not certain what the true origins of the image are, as the only places I could find it were a Polish and American news source, a German question and answer website, a YouTube short, and some obscure website which contains most of the radio campaign in video form. Regardless of where it appears, it is undeniable that this image does in fact not show any animal, but was instead used to convince people that we might be killing undiscovered species of animals that reside in our oceans by dumping our waste into said oceans. The sound I played at the beginning of the video is called the Julia. It was recorded in March 1999, and the triangulated location of the source is estimated to be somewhere near the Bransfield Straits and Cape Codare in Antarctica. The sound was heard across the entirety of the previously mentioned Equatorial Pacific Ocean Autonomous Hydrophone Array, and similar to the bloop, it only sounds truly scary when sped up. And here we encounter the same problem as before with the bloop, that being that the majority of people have only ever heard the sped up version and not the real-time one. From here we use the same process as before. We eliminate the possibility of the origin being an animal by comparing the spectrogram to the spectrograms of sounds produced by marine mammals. As you can see, they're not a match. Then we consider the possible geophysical origin of the sound. The location being near Antarctica as well as this curve tell us that the origin of the sound was more than likely an iceberg under the ground, which basically means that an iceberg collided with the ocean floor and got stuck. That explains why there even is a curve at all. So, to sum it all up, here is the final verdict. The bloop was caused by ice calving due to the spectrogram not showing any signs of regularity as one would expect with a spectrogram of a sound produced by a marine mammal, as well as this spike in sound. The Julia was made by an iceberg running aground somewhere off the coast of Antarctica due to this curve indicating an object suddenly decelerating. The spectrogram showed no signs of regularity as one would expect, as well as the location. Finally, this photo was in fact not taken at the site of the Julia, but was actually part of a radio campaign by Surfers Against Sewage, a charity organization dedicated to cleaning up our oceans of pollution.